Democratic nominee is now facing new accusations of plagiarism over her 2009 book, Smart on Crime. All right, here with reaction.
Have you heard about the latest scandal shaking up the political world? Kamala Harris, the current vice president and one of the most prominent figures in the Democratic Party, is in hot water over a pretty serious accusation: plagiarism. Yeah, you heard that right. Her book, Smart on Crime, which she co-wrote, has been accused of containing large sections that seem to be direct copies from Wikipedia and other sources without proper attribution. Let's break this down. First, let's talk about the context. Kamala has been in the political spotlight for quite some time. As the first woman of colour to hold the vice presidency, she's been seen as a trailblazer in many ways, but now the narrative is shifting. Christopher Rufo, a researcher who's been making waves with his investigations into political correctness and other hot-button issues, has uncovered this mess. He pointed out that in Smart on Crime, there are entire passages that were lifted from Wikipedia without any credit given. Imagine this: someone who aspires to be the leader of the country writing a book on a serious topic like criminal justice and just copy-pasting information from an online encyclopedia. This isn't just a matter of academic ethics, it's about trust. If she can't be honest about her own work, how can we trust her to lead the country? But it doesn't stop there. According to Rufo's report, there are at least a dozen problematic sections in the book. Some are so obvious they're almost comical. For instance, in a passage about high school graduation rates, she uses language that's almost identical to an AP report, which wasn't cited at all. This kind of behaviour is unacceptable, especially for someone in her position. And here's where it gets even more interesting. The New York Times has tried to juggle the situation, suggesting that the plagiarism isn't so bad because Kamala added the word additional to certain phrases. Seriously, is that the best they've got? Just adding a word doesn't change the fact that you're taking someone else's work. Integrity in writing shouldn't depend on word games or technicalities. Plus, this scandal comes at a very delicate time for the vice president. With the presidential elections on the horizon, and her name being thrown around as a potential candidate, controversies like this can tank a career. And of course, we can't forget about the Touchdown Timmy scandal, which was already casting a shadow over her campaign. Now with this, doubts about her ability to handle pressure and challenges are mounting. But there's another important point to mention. Kamala is scheduled for an interview with Fox News. The question is, will they dare to ask her about this scandal? Because let's be real, many political interviews can be pretty soft. However, public scrutiny has ramped up, and many are waiting to see if she gets confronted about these allegations. If they don't question her, it would be a huge indicator of how the media handles situations like this, and it wouldn't be the first time we've seen that. What's even more fascinating is how this is affecting public perception of Kamala. Critics have started making comparisons to Donald Trump. Why? Because he's handled tough interviews and faced accusations much more directly. Meanwhile, some feel she needs a teleprompter just to answer simple questions. That's concerning for someone looking to be the face of an administration. So, what does this tell us about Kamala Harris as a potential leader? If she's truly capable of copying and pasting without thinking about the consequences, what else might she be willing to do to stay in power? This isn't just about a couple of stolen phrases. It's about the trust required in politics. If she starts losing credibility on such basic issues, what will happen when she faces tough decisions that impact an entire country? The truth is, this raises more questions than answers. Will this scandal change how voters perceive her? Will it make her less viable as a candidate in the upcoming elections? The situation is volatile and could affect her polling position. And with the electoral landscape becoming increasingly competitive, every detail counts. I want to know what you think about this. Do you believe this scandal will have a real impact on her political career? How should Kamala respond to these accusations? Let me know in the comments. This is just one of many stories happening in the political world, and your opinion matters. At the end of the day, this isn't just about a passing controversy. It's about the integrity of a leader and what they represent. Politics is full of twists and surprises, but what we need is transparency and honesty. So how can we continue to trust our leaders if these kinds of scandals keep coming to light? Let's keep a close eye on this story. We can't allow it to become just another forgotten piece of news. Stay informed, and remember, what happens in the political world affects us all. See you in the comments.